Welcome to the Wine Unwind. Yes, this is our Friday show where we get to drink on some wine after a long work week. Nick was recovering from a very, very bad cold, not COVID, very bad cold.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm still recovering right now, but today is the best day that we felt by far, boys and girls. I'd say that we're at a solid, 90% of capability now. So that's good enough to drink alcohol, I would say. That's good enough to pour into a beverage or so.
Love it. Wow, so this is the first time in over a week it's been.
Oh, the last time I was with you guys, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the last time was a glass of wine on this show. So, it's been literally exactly a week, dude. That's probably one of the most sober weeks I've had in quite a while.
Wow, well, why don't you take a sip right now and describe the sensation. This is the Wine on Wine, everybody.
Magical.
I wish I could say the same. Mine is a piece of garbage. I accidentally bought a 9% light wine, which in code is ass.
It's called on
in the
point,
wine.
but it's very off point, I would say.
Very off. It is very sour. It's just very sour. That's all I can really describe.
Right,
That's the only thing I really taste.
Yeah.
But hello, everybody. I want to shout out some people right here. Jeezy, he was here earlier. Love it. Rasha saying, I missed you guys. Welcome back, Rasha. Really appreciate that. Welcome. Chelston, hi. What's up? The Hockey Kid, what's up, boys? And Leona saying, Josh, Joe. All right. Respect.
Josh, Joe. You know how it is.
So, guys, this is the Wine on Wine. For those who are just coming in, you know what to do. Ask your questions in the chat. Capital letters, please. And we're also going to be pulling stuff from the box. Before we get into it, let's answer the little... It's not even a question. It's just the title of this video is The Blue Jays Are Going to Make Some Free Agent Moves. They are. They're going to.
I hope so.
If they don't, then that'd be very
disappointed if they don't do that.
I'd be shocked, actually, if they didn't make a single free agent move.
No, they'll make them.
They're gonna
make some moves, guys. Right now, I'm a little disappointed. I keep refreshing MLB trade rumors, and there's been nothing about the Blue Jays. But we do know that right now, the GMs of the Jays are probably in conversations with Semien, with Ray, with Matz. They're probably right now deciding when they're going to issue their qualifying offers because we haven't heard anything on that yet. They're definitely doing it on Ray and Matz, and they will decline.
At least Ray will.
Excuse me, Ray and Semien is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But then the question mark is Matz, and we were talking about that last week, so I don't want to get too deep into that.
They will by Sunday at 4 p.m., guys. They are going to, that's the deadline for the qualifying offers, so we'll know by then. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, and that's big because we might know if Steven Matz is going to be back on this team because we've already talked, we've said, if they do issue it, it should be a smash accept from Steven Matz's point of view.
There should be no questioning about it, bro. Not at all. But, whereas Marcus Semien and Robbie Ray...
it'll be a smash decline. Yeah, it'll be a smash decline. So it's very polarizing as to what side they're on, and they got to decide: do they want Steven Matz back for that amount of money this year or not? So they're gonna be thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hello, more people. Hey, guy, buddy, friend, Del Carmus, welcome. He's saying Jays do need to fill in some gaps in the roster, and of course, absolutely. Think about even the little gap of a Corey Dickerson. And especially that gap might need to be filled because there are some speculations kind of circling. This is the one thing that was on MLB trade rumors was that the Blue Jays may move Randall Grichuk, and then they did toss Lourdes Gurriel Jr., but there's no way. There's no way they're doing that.
I still don't see the Lourdes Gurriel Jr. argument. We saw how good he is at the end of the year, guys. I'm curious to know if you guys think, because last offseason we were getting it a lot. We were like, let's trade Gurriel. I want to know this offseason, what are your opinions on that? We're a year removed from that. Nick, you sound a little sick. Yeah, I still am a little bit sick, big guy. I'm still not 100%. I might need to grab a tissue at some point. But literally, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on if moving Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is the right move this offseason. I still don't think so, but...
Well, like, why? Like, you're getting paid half a Grichuk's salary coming into 2022, and you're better?
Twice as good, basically.
Like, wait, what? Like, no, dude. Like, no. Like, I don't... That's how... You got to get people like that on your team to win championships.
Yeah.
You got to get people like Randall Grichuk off your team to make franchises. You know what I'm saying? Echo. Oh, okay. Well,
move it a little bit.
This is we've realized the solution. We've been podcasting for so long. It's just like, just get away from each other.
Just get away from each other as much as possible. Adam asks a good question here and says, you think Matt Chapman is a fit or any Oakland players in general? Well, is Matt Chapman's not up for a contract, though, right? We'd have to trade for Matt Chapman, I believe, if that's the case. I haven't heard anything about that. Well, I mean, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, I mean, Matt Chapman would be pretty great on the team, I think.
That's a perfect slot. And then you'd move Espinal and Biggio to split time over at second.
Yeah, and he's amazing defensively, which is something that we need. Now, he did have a down year last year with the bat, but I think that was because he was coming off of a bad shoulder injury. He had to have surgery on his shoulder, and oftentimes when players get surgery and stuff, big surgeries, their following year is not so good. So I wouldn't be surprised if he came back, though, and had a really good bounce-back year this year with the bat.
Yeah.
And we know what he's capable with defensively. So
Yeah. Laureano. I mean, he's an outfielder. I mean, if you were looking, we're looking to replace Dickerson. Wow, what a replacement that would be. They also have. I know Diekman is. He's a free agent this offseason. Jake Diekman is a free agent this offseason.
Was he good last year?
I don't think so. Okay. But I mean, he was good in the past. Let's go take a look at the baseballs.
We'll be right back, folks.
Just Nick's got to go do his little. What are you getting? Getting some tissues. Getting the tissues. Jake Diekman. Let's see what you did last year. Looking at the Savant, so we'll be able to tell right away if he had anything good going for him. And so also, guys, we're going to start pulling some questions out of the box. But, good question there from Adam. I'm seeing some more by Davey right here. I'm just going to finish off. Okay.
Jake Diekman, last year, Meh.
Yo, 3.86 ERA, 1.34. This is, I think, a down year for him. Where is that ERA? Oh, wow. Look at that ERA in 2020. Shortened season. #. Wow. So it looks like it was just, maybe I'm not so interested, honestly.
No, I'm not that interested in Jake Diekman. He'd be a back half guy at best.
Yeah, maybe if he's cheap, take a flyer, and if not, cut him.
Absolutely.
Davey Boy saying, should offer it to Matz while I'm tempting to sign him for around 3 years at a lower annual salary. Yeah, I mean, if you do get him, that's the one thing of the qualifying offer. If you do get him, then it's like, okay, you have him a little bit longer. Like, okay, now sign this cheaper deal. You know, like we paid you a little bit here and then sign this other deal. So I don't know. We'll see. It all depends on what he does, too.
I just want to sign him to the cheaper deal now, though. You know, I don't think that Steven Matz is like the ace of the future or anything. No. So it's like, if he leaves, like, I'm not that butthurt about it, you know? Like, just like sign him now and like, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. And I know there was other guys, like I think about guys last year, like Kevin Gausman, who had a good 2020, and then like guys like Marcus Stroman, who all got qualifying offers and accepted them. They had like mid to high 3 ERAs, and like they needed that one extra year. And maybe Matz could be that guy. I don't know if he would, though. But, I mean, I'm willing to do it. Like, if it happens, I'm like, okay, good. Okay, it's done. Let's move on. We still have money to spend. So it's like, okay, this is just a 1 year thing. We at least have some insurance in the rotation. And we know what we're going to get. You know what I mean? So that'd be it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be a little butthurt about it because even though we do get the rotational help guys, I don't see any way like that we're going to get value for the money because $18.4 million is how much he costs for 1 year. And if he did what he did last year, I think that's too much money for that.
Yeah, you're paying for the guarantee almost.
You're just paying to have a pitching arm, basically.
Yeah, like that one that you know is what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do.
I don't know if we know what Steven Matz is gonna do though. But
I feel like because he's come over to Toronto, like he's been way more consistent. way more consistent.
Over 1 year.
You know?
Over 1 year. We could make the same argument for Robbie Ray, though. Like, do I know that he's going to have a 2.8 ERA next year?
No, he's not, like that's a stretch, right? But a 3.86 or whatever Matz had, like that is a little bit more guarantee in my mind, right? You know what I mean? That's a bit more repeatable.
Well, let's say, okay, I agree with you. It's a bit more repeatable, but is it more repeatable for Steven Matz over Steven Matz's career? Let's take a quick look.
Steven Matz's career has got like it's bad before this.
But that's what I mean, So I don't know if it's a lock. Like I wouldn't be shocked if Steven Matz reverted back to a 4.5.
And you know what? If he did, then like okay, you chalk up that money. He's gone next year. You're not owed anything after that. You know what I mean? Then you can get rid of him.
But you know what? I think what I'm trying to say is if we're going to spend $18.4 million on a pitcher for 1 year, I would want it to be somebody that is more proven than Steven Matz.
But I think that like we are going to do that regardless. Even if we get Steven Matz, that's not going to be the last move in my opinion.
For sure, but do you think that we spend $20 more million on another pitcher? Starting pitcher?
No. And like, how many guys are you going to pay though for over $18 million? The guys that are worth that much money are either going to be old, like Scherzer, or going to want big deals, and we're not going to do that anyways. You know what I mean? So Steven Matz is perfect. For a 1 year rental type of guy.
What about an Anthony DeSclafani?
He's probably going to want a little bit of length, not a 1 year.
A little bit more, but I wouldn't be surprised if you could get him at an average annual value of like a 16, 17 mil or something for a 2-year sort of stint.
And you know what? And get them both then. You know what I mean? If that's our
if we're possible to get them both, then sure.
Yeah. It definitely is, man. Like we did the research.
We did. But then I do think we're starting to sacrifice maybe something else. I don't know. We still don't know exactly how much money they're willing to spend, but that would be a lot of the payroll. I think for me personally, I want to explore the other options of Steven Matz. I do think 18.4 is too much with too much risk. And I think if he does well, then we're not going to get him on a nice short-term deal because then he's done well now and he's going to get paid too much.
Yeah, you kind of want him to do what he did. You know what I mean? You
kind of want him to do what he did or like a little bit better, kind of, like a 3.6. And then maybe you get him on something after that. But I just want to get him on something small now where it's small enough that even if he did revert back to his career of 4.24, that's his career ERA, I'm not so butthurt about it because it's, $11 million average annual value or something.
And that's the risk, guys. That's the risk. That's what we're literally debating. I'm basically just leaning more like safe. It's safer just to give it to him and we have him. And Nick's more like, let's take the risk of losing him and then offering him a cheaper deal for the future. And then we can find somebody else. All right, let's get to some questions here. Going back a little bit here. If there's anybody, I don't think there is.
Wouldn't be surprised if they got an extension to Gurriel. Now, I would be surprised about that, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because the deal that he's on right now is so good. Also, Eric Goodley, shout out to you for saying that, man. I would be surprised about that because the deal that he's on right now, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., is so juicy that there's no reason to be offering him like more money or to lock him down longer, I think.
Yeah, no. I think especially right now. I mean, like, if you were to, I was going to make the argument, like, if you were to, this would be the year. Because it's like he kind of slightly underperformed. It's like, okay, and then pay him a little bit under, you know what I mean? Because I think he's going to get better. So eventually if you do get to the point where you do offer him more, what are you going to offer him? I don't know. I haven't even thought about that. That's something to trigger some thought.
I think we still have him for 3 more years. So I think that there's too much time right now to enjoy this contract. That it's like you kind of want to just like let it lie and enjoy it for a little bit, and then at the end of the day, like we'll see it. We'll see how he does. If we have to lose Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in 3 years, it's not going to be, what kills the team. I think.
We got Adam actually asking another question: who gets more money, Chris Bryant or Marcus Semien?
It's going to be Bryant.
Very good question.
Yeah, it will be Chris Bryant, though.
Probably.
I do believe.
I think the name of Chris Bryant is going to garner
the name,
more.
The additional 2 years of youth, the track record,
everything
is better with Chris Bryant.
Yeah, and that all that's all comes down to he's probably going to get paid a lot more. I think he's going to probably get paid honestly, he could reach $200 million.
Yes, he could.
You know what I mean?
Yes, he could.
Or Marcus Semien, he's sitting pretty if he reaches like 150. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think he's sitting very nice. I think Marcus Simeon will probably be in the 125 range. I think Ray will be around there as well. In the 125 range. But I do believe that with Chris Bryant's track record, he's got an MVP under his belt. He was solid last year. He was solid the year before that. He's been really good. Even his down years are really good. And being 29, so still having, it's like you could get him on like a 7-year deal and be very happy about that because, you'll have him until he's 36. And then it's like, okay, goodbye, see ya.
Yeah. Also, are they speaking in a cave? Technically, yes. I don't know if you're referring to the Echo.
Oh, he's talking the Jay's Man Cave.
Oh, we got a bunch of okay, we got a lot of spamming right now. No more. Okay, Jeezy, I have to put you on a timeout if you keep spamming, my dude. I'm gonna have to put you on a timeout. I'm gonna give you because there's a delay. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds.
Also, 25 people watching right now. Please hit the like button if you guys haven't already. And if you're not subscribed, then please definitely subscribe. What are y'all doing?
Yes,
Austin
guys.
says, I see the wine. Absolutely, dude. It is the wine Unwind. So it'd be blasphemous if we didn't have it, man.
Buddy, so for those who are just joining, I'm drinking a piece of shit wine. It's only 9%. And I didn't look at the percentage when I bought it. I was like, oh, cheap and dry, which I usually love. But this is bad.
Just saying,
checking for the echo.
Anyone hear a weird echo, but
maybe when my voice comes up.
No.
All right, I'm gonna jump into the box.
Yeah, do it, dude.
So guys, again, if you were just joining, capital letters in the comment section, or I guess the chat, and we'll answer. Okay, Daddy. Oh. Okay. This one comes from the _MBM video. Shout out to you, longtime fan. They say, or they ask, you'll love this one. I think this is asked like week 1 of football, but it's will the Packers' struggles continue? But now there's a whole different story right now because now Jordan Love is going to be starting this Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. So Nick, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, the Packers' struggles. There have been no struggles. On the field, anyways, we've been rock solid. We're 7-1. We're the hottest team in football. We've won 7 in a row. We just knocked off the best team in football.
We're
apparently.
Injured as hell right now. Arizona Cardinals,
and their home place. So we were elite right there. But now Aaron Rodgers has COVID. It's not looking good, boys and girls. Going into Kansas City with our basically rookie quarterback who's never played in a fucking game before and doesn't know dick about football. And he's going to have to do it against Patrick Mahomes. So
who is also kind of flopping all over the place.
Who's struggling, to say the least. There's no doubt. I think that we actually have a shot. I can't believe it.
I do too.
I think that we have a shot, but that's honestly more to do with my trust in Matt LaFleur than anything else.
Yes.
I think that he's going to come up with something brilliant. I don't know if we're going to win or not, but we got a shot. So we'll see. But after this week, once Aaron Rodgers comes back, he's going to be really pissed off at the media for painting him out to be some crackhead or something, and he's going to throw a bunch of touchdowns, and we're going to win a Super Bowl, and we're going to be great. So
fair enough. All right, we'll see what happens. Yes, Chelsea says let's get back to baseball. Talk about baseball. All right. You want to draw something from the box?
Yeah, I do want to draw something from the box, big guy.
Guys, ask your questions, all right, and we will answer them. This is the Wine Unwind.
I got a question for you, actually.
Okay, what's up?
I've been wondering about this. Last year, it was Mets. The Mets. Mets were doing all their Mets, and Metting. Yep. And they were all over the fucking place. And it was also the Padres.
Yeah.
Who do you think steals the show this offseason?
Blue Jays, Yankees.
You think Blue Jays go big? Because we were kind of in that last year,
We were,
too.
but I think that we are going to... Oh, you're talking about a team that kind of comes out of nowhere? Or because I don't think we're going to make... I think we're going to make smart moves this offseason, and we're going to be on the radar. I think, in comparison to the Mets... No, because they made crazy moves.
Yeah, because I don't personally...
I don't think we're going to make crazy moves.
No, I don't think that we have the potential to steal this because we're not going to get any of the big guys.
No, I think if anyone has the potential to get big guys, I think it's going to be someone like Detroit, honestly, because they have the room to get big guys. They're on the up and up. Seattle Mariners are the same kind of category where they have a chance. They clearly had something going for them last year. They just got to get guys and doing it.
Right.
So, maybe, oh my God, can you imagine if they get Chris Bryant? They just let go of Kyle Seager. They get Chris Bryant.
It's a better upgrade right there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So.
I think those two have the most potential to get the most acquisitions because of their payroll, because of where they are. In terms of just like a team being known as like having a good offseason, I think we're gonna have a good offseason.
I think we're gonna have a good offseason. But I'm talking about the team that at the end of the offseason, everybody's looking at that team and going, okay, like that team went out and did their team good. They got exactly what, like they got the big guys. They got their big fancy sports car. They got all their other pieces too. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to be us. I think that the Yankees are definitely going to be up there.
In comparison, the Yankees I think are going to be there because in comparison to the Mets and the Padres, they were like a couple pieces away from being like absolutely stars, right? However, they all flopped. In comparison, the closest to be like they're a couple pieces away from being stars is the New York Yankees. Because like Detroit, like they're gonna go out and make splashes because they have room to, and they are on the up and up. Same with Seattle. So in comparison, I guess maybe I would change my prediction to the New York Yankees because now they're under the salary or the luxury tax, so they're gonna go make moves. Okay, Jeff. No.
Let's put him in timeout.
Time out this phone.
You're in timeout, Jeff. You're in timeout. Guys,
timeout.
What team do you think is going to be the big wiener at the end of this offseason? Adam's thinking maybe the Detroit Tigers, maybe the Mariners if they got the money. The Yankees are going to be up there. I think that those are all pretty solid choices. I don't know what the Phillies... I don't know what their money situation's like.
I think it's tight because they just let go of McCutchen.
Okay,
right?
So because I was gonna say like they have potential to definitely do stuff if they do have money. I also don't think that the Brewers have a lot of contracts on them.
That's true. I didn't even think about them.
And I think that the Brewers could have a very potent offseason because they know exactly what they need. I would not be surprised if they're in the conversation for all of the big shortstops and all of those guys. So I could see them doing something.
Oh, yeah, bro. Imagine. Because Castellanos has hit the market now. He's the big outfielder to get.
I think he'd be perfect over there.
Perfect. Go get an outfielder. Go get some infield. Oh, my God. Okay, they're not going to do this, but can you imagine they just shock the world and they get Corey Seager, Castellanos. That would already shock the world to me, honestly. That'd be like, whoa.
That'd be insanity.
You know what I mean? Like, get those two dudes, and then you go, add on, another dude. I don't know, a mediocre guy.
You don't even need to at that point, though.
You don't need to, but you still.
Yeah, you're still, if you did that, then I think that they need to be considered, the World Series favorites, because you're, you're looking at some of the bats that they had pop off last year. You're looking at, okay, maybe, and we don't know for sure, but Christian Yelich should be better than what Christian Yelich was last year.
Man, that's a struggle, man.
You got to think eventually some of their, farm pieces. Now, I know that Keston here is busting hardcore, but, I mean, could he become something one day? Kind of the same situation as what Biggio's doing right now? Maybe. Maybe Rowdy Tellez is still good. Who goddamn knows,
right? I have faith in my boy, Rowdy. Rowdy! I have faith in that man. He's going to do good. Guy buddy friend also, before you read that question, says Chicago and Tigers. And I want to clarify which Chicago you're talking about because White Sox, they're losing Lance Lynn. No, they signed him back. They signed him back.
No, they got, they're good. Honestly, the White Sox are probably... solid.
They're good. They don't need to make too many more moves.
No, I mean their biggest.
Maybe another pitching rotation guy.
Maybe if they get one more solid guy, I could see them being in the conversation for a Day Sclafani, a Gosman, something like that. Or just a really nice dude to bolster the road. Even a Matz. If Matz gets free agency, you know what I mean? Just a guy like that, right? I think that would be perfect for them, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Also, this question, sadly, we cannot drink to it, but the question is,
oh no,
if we made playoffs or are currently in it, take a big drink. Cheers.
Oh.
We did neither of those things, so.
Yeah. Also, what's up, Jordan N? Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to the Wine on Wine. We're having a nice one tonight. I doubt the Brew Crew ever spend big. Well, they have to. They have to.
They have to, man. They have to.
They got to win, so.
Nick, Adam, you think the Jays will make a big splash this offseason? Dude, I think that it's wide open. It's wide the freak open. The biggest splash I see us making is Max Scherzer. Or like Kevin
smart
Gausman
splash.
or something like that.
Yeah, like a smart splash like Gausman or Scherzer, because again, like you don't want to. The reason, and these videos are, I don't want to spoil anything, but our videos are coming out this weekend for should we sign back Robbie Ray or should we sign back Simeon? And you can make the same arguments that we made in that about some other guys on free agency. Like, okay, this doesn't really make sense. So Scherzer actually would be great for us.
Scherzer would make a lot of sense, and I mean, that would be so happy if that was the splash that the Toronto Blue Jays decided to do.
If we got Scherzer
fucking
for a year,
cannonball
just for a year, man.
Well, he wouldn't do. He'd probably do. He'd need at least 2 years.
Yeah,
I think,
probably 2, but still, he's projected to get 1, but he probably can get 2.
What about? Okay, here's a question, guys. What about Verlander?
See, that's a bit of an expensive dart throw because we haven't seen this guy in like 2 years.
I don't know if he's going to be that expensive.
See, how much do you think he's going to be? Because no one fucking knows. You know?
Well, but you know, you just made the perfect argument for it. It's like, well, I haven't seen him in 2 years. You know, I haven't. You've been injured. You've been hurt. You've been all over the place. I haven't seen you in 2 years, and you're what, like 40?
Yeah, I guess if everybody passes on him, and then we come like, hey, here's $8 million. You know,
I don't think it's gonna be that much money, dude. Like it's like
I feel like he'll command something. He's Justin Verlander.
He'll command something,
like kind of like Kirby Yates, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, I think he'll command something, but I don't think it's going to be crazy. Like, well, what did Corey Kluber get paid the other day? Like, from the Yankees? Or
Yo, AJ Show! What's up?
Shout out to the AJ Show, man.
Let's go.
Just wanted to show my favorite Blue Jays fans some love and let them know they are still #1 on my book. As always, go Rays, Rays up. Yo, shout out to the AJ Show, guys. Go check him out. We really appreciate that, AJ. That's so nice, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
We're just speculating right now on what we think Justin Verlander is going to get.
But what were you saying about Corey Kluber? This is news to me. He got offered.
No. But what did he get paid from the Yankees last year? Do you know?
Good question. Let's find out.
Because I mean, like, he's a lot younger and kind of like in similar position to Verlander, like 2 Cy Youngs, like, you know, like a proven guy, but then had been hurt for a while. So, like, I totally forget what he got.
I thought it was around like 10 million. At least 10 million. 11 million. So, I mean, yeah, and that's why I'm kind of like, he's older, like 8. And this guy's a Cy Young Award winner, like 6 to 8.
Like, yeah, I could see him pushing. Yeah, it's like somewhere in that range, like 9 million. But it's like, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, for a dart throw.
And, you know,
totally.
I think that's where I'm coming from. It's like, and I don't know for sure that that Justin Verlander is going to be good by any means. Like, he could just be a complete injury-ridden thing.
I got a great selling point to Justin Verlander, okay? Hey, you want to come play for the Toronto Blue Jays at Rogers Center? Oh, do you remember Rogers Center? Oh, the place where you threw your only no-hitters. He's thrown 2 no-hitters. He only has 2 no-hitters in the Rogers Center, both times. Maybe you got good vibes here, Justin. Got good vibes, yeah. You know? Maybe you want to finish your career out here, you know? That's my selling point.
Also, Brian says, who will the Rays trade? They're going to trade Wander Franco to the Blue Jays for very little. Probably like they're really high on Espinal, so they're gonna do that.
Yeah, so we're gonna fleece them a little bit. Yeah. Send them over. Don't tell AJ Show.
Yeah. But honestly, actually, that's why that's AJ Show is perfect for this. He knows all about this. Who are they gonna trade, man? Comment it down below. And we'll shout it out, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you have a question. Let's rip that, guys. Also, if you're coming in here, drop a question and we'll answer it. Capital letters so we can see it.
Oh man, this one's tough. You guys need to answer this as well.
Okay.
Life on the line. Life is on the line, folks. You need to choose one Blue Jay player to hit for the cycle, and they have 3 games to try and do it.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
Who do you choose to save your life?
Well, I need someone that can hit triples. Okay.
Yeah, you need somebody who's quick. I think I know who
Current players?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who I'm choosing.
Who are you choosing? You got it.
I'm choosing Bo Bichette.
Oh, wow. I am going to choose Trey Turner.
He's not a current Blue Jay.
Oh, current Blue Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that was a question. I thought you could pick anybody.
Blue Jay player.
Oh, crap. Well, I mean, I wouldn't pick Captain Biggio in this situation. He's the only one, the current ones that have hit triples or hit a cycle. But I guess, yeah, I mean, then yes, then I would pick Bo Bichette.
I think it's because here's the thing with Bo Bichette. I'd have to pick him because he's so trigger happy that like he'd swing at everything. So he's only looking for hits because a walk doesn't count. And if you get a walk, then that's one game gone. Because you're not going to get 5 ABs.
Gone. Yeah.
Because you're going to get 4 ABs a game. So if one of them is a walk, then I'm dead. You know?
Yeah.
So you can't get a walk. You can only get hits, and they need to be cycle. So I have to choose Bo Bichette.
Yeah, I would have to choose Bo. And the reason why I know some people are saying Springer, and like totally respect to the power, but like the legs. I mean, we saw the legs last year.
I don't know how many triples that Springer is going to go for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He barely made it to first base sometimes.
Donkey's saying he has some speed. He does have some speed, but I think I think I'd have to trust my boy. Trust my boy Bo.
Also, see my mom commenting. Uncle Jim watching. Shout out my Uncle Jim watching. We're gonna see him later tonight, so I'm already gonna be half in the bag.
Oh, shout out Uncle Jim. Let's go. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks. He'll get it. He'll get it.
Justin saying Kirk. Absolutely, Kirk for the cycle.
Wow, could you imagine trusting Alejandro Kirk with your life?
Oh, I couldn't.
With your life?
For a cycle, no.
Yeah, well,
because it's the triple. It's the triple. That's the hardest one to get.
That's the hardest
Anyone
one.
can hit a single, double, and a homer. It's the triple.
So
I need legs.
Triple.
I need legs.
I need you to run it, man. Like you gotta gun it, and I don't even care. I don't care if it's a single. You're stretching it into a triple, guy.
Yeah,
like
you're running.
For
You're
your
running.
Life,
you're
man.
running.
Like,
it's like literally
deking them. Like,
it's an infield single. It's like no.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, like, it would be an error for you to get there, so it wouldn't even be a triple.
Maybe you you deked them though, so it's exceptional.
It's like, they did everything possible.
Yeah,
you beat a rundown from first to second, and then you beat the rundown from second.
Yeah, you'd have to, man. My life's on the fucking line, man.
You're even earpiece in like Vlad or Bo, and you're like, go.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna die, bro.
That's what it's got to be, guys. Bo Bichette, that's the choice. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, folks. We're almost at 20 likes. It'd be great if we could get to 20 likes. We'll shout out whoever number 20 is.
Let's go. Also, questions down below, all capital letters so we can see it. All right, guys? This is from the box. And also, by the way, if you guys are coming in, why there's a box here if you're new here, this is all from our social media and all that we ask on our community posts. So if you ever see us asking, you'll be in the box. We get most of you guys.
Oh, Garrett! Shout out to Garrett, dude. He's a Braves fan. I'm surprised that you're like awake and sober right now, Garrett. I don't know if you're sober or not, dude.
He's partying for like 4 days straight.
Yeah, I would be, man. Like I'm gonna literally, dude. If the Green Bay Packers ever win the Super Bowl, I will be taking like days off of work. I'll be taking days off.
Are you just gonna be partying? What would you be doing? Okay, actually, I'm curious now. This question to you: what would you be doing if you're the Green Bay Packers?
Well, actually, I've really thought about this a lot, and I do think that I would actually go for the Super Bowl. Like I think that I would go.
So this year too, even.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I think that I would if it's decided like they're gonna be in it, then I'm gonna take the Monday off of work. I'm going to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh my God! How are you gonna get there? I
don't know. I'm not sure.
You're gonna have to fix your car.
I'd have to figure it out, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I can drive though. Like. There's no
way.
Too
Too nervous. Your mind's gonna be on air.
Well, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to drive home on Monday, though.
No,
like it's impossible.
But that's why you'd have to take multiple days off.
I'd probably have to take Tuesday off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd literally still be like partying on Monday. So.
Okay, so if they lose, you probably can go home earlier. But if they win,
well, if I lose, I'm gonna be sad drunk though. I don't want to do that either. I might need to fly, honestly.
Yeah,
like I might
it is. What is it? Like an 8? What is it? How long? 18 hours.
It's like a solid.
It's like a 10 or 8.
Yeah, around
something
that.
Like that.
Like I don't really want to drive that by myself.
No, that's a long drive.
Like I kind of want to fly it. You know.
Yeah, fly it.
I don't care. If they win the Super Bowl, like I don't give a fuck. Like this would be the funnest experience of my life.
All right, guys. So I got a question here from Roger Chapman. Shout out to you. They're asking, how would you grade Mark Shapiro and Russ Atkins' tenure with the Blue Jays? How would you grade it? So far, if you had to give a report card to, because they came in 2017,
right?
And that's when they sold everyone. That's when they rebuilt, and we are where we are right now. I guess after 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. So yeah, 5 seasons. What would you grade them?
Like A minus.
Yeah. No, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to give him an A minus because you took a team that was old and bad and scrapped them. And in 5 years, you made a team that almost made playoffs. And next year should make playoffs.
Like assuming that let's say an A plus, like a 95% is like we won the World Series this year.
Yeah, that'd be an A plus.
Like I'd say you got like a solid 83 on the assignment right now. Like you're doing. Yeah. You're doing what you need to do.
An A would be like we made playoffs. A minus is we just missed playoffs. You did exactly.
But you did everything right. You did what you could.
You hit all the categories.
Yeah, but you missed a few key points. You missed a few key points.
The key points is make playoffs and have a better bullpen.
Yeah.
But everything else is exceptional. You got the team from here to there, but you got to go above and beyond and make sure you got to think about that bullpen. So yeah, I would grade them an A minus too. I would grade them an A minus.
Yeah,
how about you guys? A plus?
A plus. Felky says I might give them a B minus. Okay, interesting.
Okay, and I want to hear why. Yeah, I want to hear why.
Also, Brian, the Super Bowl wouldn't be in Green Bay. I know it's actually in Arizona this year, but I'd still go to Green Bay, Wisconsin anyways to watch it at a Green Bay bar with other Green Bay people. That would be the point.
You know what you should do, though? Okay, so I know that you want to be in the actual state, in the city of Green Bay, Wisconsin. But you should go on meetup.com and look for Green Bay Packer meetups.
That would
Super
probably
Bowl.
be the smartest thing to do. Yeah.
Just be like, who around me is
Yeah,
because
I mean, at the end of the day, I'd love to watch it with you guys, but I know that if
we're not going to be in the same. We're going to be like eating nachos and like getting hammered and like, oh, what did Rod?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good play.
Not going to be nearly the same headspace. It's still like what's going on.
You're going to be standing like this close to the TV, like go, go.
It's not. It won't be enjoyable for you guys or for me. So it's just better that I do my own thing.
Sorry, Brad Hand, and so Chelsea said Brad Hand, and Dal Kerma said that's exactly Brad Hand trade was icky. And like in perspective, retrospect, yes, it was a horrible trade.
Yeah.
But I understand the desperation. It was a little bit of a desperate trade. He wasn't doing too well, and we were desperate. And
I understand why they did it though, guys, because that so easily could have been like the best trade ever, right? Like that so easily could have been like, holy crap! Like we bring him in. Pete Walker takes this little assignment that like had a really good career and is struggling right now. And then it's like, kaboom, like he's amazing now.
He had one fix. He was like, just stop doing that or just start doing this. And then it's done. It's done. All
right. Tristan Morgan edits asks, what players do you think the Blue Jays would be their plan B for if we can't sign Semien or Ray? Good question.
Well, that's a good question because, this is the right time. We do have podcasts coming out about it. But for you, Nick, do you have any on top of your mind?
Well, I know that Dal Kermes will kill me if I don't at least shout out Eduardo Escobar.
That was one of mine, yeah.
And I do think that he would be, again, it's not, we don't know if he'll be as good as Semien was last year. We also don't know if Semien's going to be as good as Semien was last year. We don't know. But Eduardo Escobar, a solid bat. He's been pretty good over his career.
Yeah.
It's like he's good. He's a nice plan B. I also want to shout out, and I was reading up on some Blue Jays news, some Blue Jays rumors, who would be a good trade target, and I want to make a video on this.
Okay.
Ketel Marte.
Yes.
On the Arizona Diamondbacks. Speaking of another Arizona guy that, is on them right now. They need anyone, man. They need anyone over there in Arizona, and Ketel Marte is pretty much the only thing of value that they have.
Yes.
He would be perfect for our squad. He's very good. He's on a good contract. He's solid defensively. He's just like a good and he has literal upside to have a 900 OPS.
What's his contract?
That's something I know it's decent. I know it's decent.
I'm curious now because like if we do trade for him, I wanna see. For me, Eduardo Escobar, and like this is nowhere near the thank you. There's nowhere near the bat of Marcus Semien, but defensively, even better is Andrelton Simmons. And wow, Marte's on. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Marte's on an incredible deal. This guy's like Gurriel, but on Arizona.
Yeah, it's like he's a little bit more, but we have like basically it's like And he had, guys, a 900-plus OPS last year.
Yeah, but I'll pay a little bit more for that guy. Like he's gonna get paid $8 million in 2022, 10 in 2023, and 12 in 2024. And even this is also an addition that makes it even better. Is that in 23 and 24, if he does for some reason suck, we have a club option. We can decline him.
And also too, what's even better is that he's 28, 29, 30. So it's like this should be the prime years of his career, like the best years of his career should be right now.
Wow, I want to trade for this guy.
Yeah, dude. He's a really like under the radar pick. And when I saw that, I was like, holy fuck, that makes perfect sense. He can do second base, he can do shortstop. You know,
can he also do outfield?
I think he can do outfield too.
Yeah,
can cover center field if needed.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He's perfect.
Oh my God.
He's perfect.
What would we pay for him?
Oh Jesus, man. I don't know, guys. What do you think that we should trade for Ketel Marte?
Yeah.
Because I definitely think that he's a guy that the Blue Jays should be calling about, and frankly, if you're Arizona, you should be shipping.
Yeah, I agree. I love him. Let's make a video on it. Also, I'm going to kind of revert back to one of our previous topics about Brad Hand being a bad trade and that kind of hindering the grade of Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins. Chelson brings up saying Simber was a great trade. Trevor Richards was a great trade. These guys are on contracts that are team friendly and are going to be in the next few years. So they were thinking about the next few years.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to build the perfect team in 5 years, of
course.
How
about Marcus Semien was a great sign.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray was a great sign. You know, Steven Matz was actually a good trade if you think back on that one.
Manoah, great draft pick. Draft pick.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, like they've done more good things than bad things for me.
Way more.
They haven't been perfect by any means, but they've done a lot of good stuff in their tenure with the Blue Jays, and I got to be thankful for it. Also, 39 people in here right now. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We would really appreciate it, guys. And if you haven't already, ask us a question in the chat. That's what this is. It's a Q&A, man.
Oh, yeah. Jeezy's saying Moreno, Saucedo. Of course, I'd trade Saucedo. And one of our shortstops.
And Bill Kerman says, would Ketel cost more or less than J-Ram?
Probably less.
And it would probably be less because of the name value, frankly.
Yes.
It's just name value. But when you look at the contract, he does have an additional year. He's basically J-Ram, but with one more year to him and with a less proven track record.
Yeah, he kind of gets overshadowed. I think J-Ram gets a lot of the all-star hype, and I think Ketel Marte was an all-star in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But the last couple of years, he's kind of been forgotten about. No one's been talking about this man.
It's because Arizona has been so god-awful bad that he gets left behind. But when you look at all the good shit that he's been doing, dude, like last year...
Dude, he hit 318 last year.
Yeah.
Why don't we know about this man?
He's got a career OPS of 802. In 2019, he had a 981 OPS. In the last 3 years, he's been like rock solid. He's been a rock star.
You can toss 2020 out the window. He hit 909 in OPS standards last year.
And good slugging, and good on base, and good batting average. He's a rock star, dude. He's an absolute rock star, and he's just chilling there, like wasting away on Arizona.
Trade for him.
Yeah.
Come on. I want this guy now. I want this guy. Okay, Del Kermis is going to raise his grade to B+. Okay, fair enough. We'll take that.
Also, wait, guy buddy friend coming in here and says, what, I'm assuming you meant, would you take a shot at Zach Greinke? I would take a shot at Zach Greinke, absolutely, dude.
100%.
100%.
It's going to be like a 1, maybe a 2, but I think probably 1.
It's like, I like him better than Verlander, and I'd still take a shot on Verlander. So it's like, if I'm going to take a shot on Verlander, I would happily take one on Zach Greinke. Yes, he's got his injury concerns too. Yes, he's an old man, but you know what? He was good at baseball last year for the most part.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's all I need to know.
And I think we're kind of on the same page. We're like, right now in this window, right? We have about like 3 years to kind of get the most value of a cheap contracts of our young guys like Bo Bichette, Cab, and Vlad, obviously. Manoah, Pearson, everybody. So we kind of want to stack some short-term elites that we can soak out the last bits of their career with us, because that would be perfect. And also, honestly, stability too, really. Zach Greinke healthy in the playoffs and like a Max Scherzer, Amazing. I want that so bad.
Yeah, no, me too, dude. Yeah, like I want the old veteran guys who are proven right now. Get us this window now for 2023, 2024, and then retool for 2025, 2026 onwards. You know, like that's got to be the game plan, I think, moving forward.
Yeah, that's where we sign Vlad, we sign Bo. We're still probably get cheap deals on Manoah because he's relatively young and cheap still.
That's hopefully when Orelvis Martinez is good.
He's coming up.
When maybe Moreno is good if we still have these guys.
He's coming up.
There's another prospect that we don't even know about at that point who's also good. You know, it's like maybe we get some more money because we lost the old guys. Then again, we do need to sign the young guys. But I don't know. Shit happens, right? Like, stuff will change, and that will be a new retool, and we're still going.
Yeah, like I'm picturing, I'm going to play a little fantasy land right here, a little futuristic fantasy land. I'm picturing, like, the guys that we're going to have on the long-term deals are going to be, like, Vlad, Bo, hopefully Jose Barrios, right? This is the new window, 2024, 2025 beyond. And then maybe some other guys. Maybe, hell, I've even heard rumors of a Teoscar Hernandez for a little bit. You know, those will be the guys that are going to be the contracts, maybe another free agent. And then we, like, George Springer obviously is still going to be there for a little bit. And then we have the young dudes. And that's how you create a franchise. That's how you create a franchise.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, and that's why we're worried right now to go out and to get those big guys like Semien, like Rain. We're going to talk about it in the podcast coming out tomorrow and the next day. But we're a little worried because we think it might cap the window a little bit.
It will.
If we get all these old guys, I mean, like on their back half of their career, like starting the back half of their career on some long deals, because then we are like all in on those guys.
Yes.
And I don't necessarily want to be all in on those guys. I want to be all in on Vladdy and Bo.
Yes.
That's what I want to be on.
Yes.
I'm in on Vladdy, Bo, and Manoah.
Yes.
That's
and
my
Barrios.
all-in.
I'm all in. I'm a little bit all in on Barrios too.
Yeah, those are my all-ins. And you know what? It's like, don't get me wrong. I love the guys that we got this offseason, but that was, you know, they were here for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
They were here for a stay, and they were really nice.
Yeah.
I wish them the best.
Yeah, like so check out our podcast tomorrow and this weekend, and you'll hear all of our details on that.
Jeezy, Scherzer 1, Ryu 2, Barrios 3, Manoah 4, Pearson 5. Insane, dude.
Yeah,
insane.
And even if, let's say we did get Matz back, Matz would be 5. And like now you're like, oh, do I play my former number 1 prospect or this guy I picked up on qualifying that pitches under a 4 ERA?
I'm a little higher on Pearson, I think, this year than you might be, dude. I think he's gonna do it this year. I have faith this season.
Yeah,
I have faith this season.
I'm hoping. I'm just cautious. You know what I mean? Like I'm just because obviously, I mean the track record it's been awful, right? So, but I do believe in the process, in that like they will get better over time. He's seen the major leagues for 2 seasons, not 2 full seasons, but 2 seasons. He's seen it. Yeah. So hopefully he can get better.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't all in on him last year. Yeah. And because I was expecting the process. And I kind of got what I expected. I was like, all right, this is, I mean, I hope that you weren't as injured as you were. Yeah. But that's kind of what I expected from him. And now it's the time where it's like, okay, now you got to put up or shut up. And I do think he's going to put up.
Because if he shuts up, then it's bullpen.
It's kind of the same shit that we saw with Vladdy, I think, right? Like, this will be his 3rd year.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know he hasn't done all these, like, full years.
He's been injured and shit. And sorry to cut you off.
No, but you're right, though.
Yeah, that is the thing. Is like the injuries, if he was healthy, I'm going to be way different opinion. But it's I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen, he's pitched like, how many innings has he pitched? I think he's pitched like.
Not a lot.
Yeah, like 30. I don't know. I don't even know how many he's pitched. I'm not even gonna look. It's not a lot. We all know it's not a lot. That's the thing. Guys, what about Eduardo Escobar III? Yes, we've said Kid that like great. He'd honestly be a great offseason signing for what we need right now. What an amazingly mature point of few guys.
We'll take that as a compliment.
Take that. Yeah,
I'm going to grab something from the box. But, guys, if you have any questions, and please let us know. Atlanta does say,
Atlanta does a question.
Will Nate Pearson become one of our starters next year? I guess we were kind of answering it right there.
We kind of were. I think he has I don't want to say for sure, because, again, injuries and shit. And there's going to be a competition in camp, especially if we get some other guys this offseason. But I think there's a chance.
I think he will, Atlanta. I do think he will. I don't know how good he's going to be. But I think he's going to be a starter. I think that they're going to trust the process with him. I could see them signing a guy like, because I know that Stripling has an option, and I think we'll probably pick it up. And I could see him being kind of like the insurance. You know what I mean? It's like, if you suck, if you get injured, all right, we'll have Stripling in there.
Yeah.
And, we don't want that, but that's the insurance, right? And with the hope that you take over. And I hope that he will. I think that he will.
I love Stripling as that role of like, okay, like I can give you long innings instead of the bullpen, and if everyone gets injured, I'll be your fifth guy and I'll be solid.
Stripling.
But like, I know what you're saying, because Love isn't like a great performer, but like love the role because he can be a good that role guy.
Yeah, I mean he's a good crap asshole, dude. It's like you're good at being a crap asshole, and we put you in that role.
But he can be good sometimes,
with the potential to be like a lesser one of those.
You're the best guy that we have to put in emergency situations.
Yeah. For sure.
For
sure. Which team do you think needs to spend the most money this offseason? That comes in from Matt Needham, 6979. Or Matt Needham, basically. Which team needs to spend the most money? Which team needs to spend the most money? That's a little bit different than what you think is going to spend the most money.
Probably. Well, honestly. See, I honestly think it's us. I think it's us. Because I was thinking about Detroit, and I was like, you don't need to spend $50 million. You don't need to. You're still on your way up. You still got guys coming up. We haven't seen them yet. And then Seattle, right? We kind of referred to this last, like, who would have the biggest offseason. I'm like, you could. I think they're up there too. But, like, we're losing key guys. We need to spend money to get and replace those guys if we don't get them back. Even if we do get them back, we're already spending a lot of money. So I think we need to. Whereas Yankees, like, you don't need to. You can. You know what I mean?
I think the LA Dodgers need to
spend the most money.
Yeah. Clayton Kershaw. Freaking how many guys are they, like, they're losing so many guys.
They are.
There's so many guys of their free agents that I want that they're losing.
Okay, I understand. I hear your thing, but I'm gonna throw it back at you. The question is, what franchise or what team needs to? Do they need to spend the most money because they're already so good? If they lose those guys, does that make it them less?
Absolutely, dude. They're going to lose.
Yes.
If they don't get any of those guys back, they will be down Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer.
Yes.
They'll be down Corey Seager. They'll be down
Knievel and
Chris
Kenley
Taylor,
Jansen.
Kenley Jansen. They just lost their best closer.
Yes.
They lost their two best pitchers, minus Walker Buehler. You can make an argument there. They just lost like two of their best bats.
Right.
Absolutely, dude. Like, they just lost like a big pieces.
Okay. So then my question would be, the drop off, would they still make playoffs? Let's say they don't sign any of those guys back. Does that team that they have currently, this is obviously very hard to answer, but does that team that they have still make playoffs? I think so.
Walker Buehler and Urias.
Walker Buehler,
and you have to pray to
Urias,
God that Trevor Bauer doesn't get
Trevor Bauer's back. He would.
Is he though?
He might be. Let's assume he is.
Well, but I don't know if we can make that assumption.
Right, but like I think it's so. You got his option picked up, or he accepted obviously his player option, and I'm just like, God damn! If you don't play next year, like, actually f you. You know what I mean? Like, actually f you, Trevor Bauer.
Well, I mean,
like, I get it. It's in the contract.
That's why you signed the contract.
That's
right?
why you do. But I'm just like, it's just still like, that's just Trevor Bauer. You know, that's just like, that is who he is.
Well,
anyone would do it.
I would do that.
Anyone would do it. I know, but like, it's just like, maybe it's just a me thing. I'm just like, I hate you.
Yeah, like, it's a shit situation, obviously, but it's like you gotta hope that he plays. That's why you put a player option in there. I mean, hopefully not for that specific reason, but
that's why exactly, right? If you put it in for any, he sucks
anything,
or anything.
like you're trash, you got hurt, you got whatever. I mean, he wants his money, like, and at the end of the day, like, if he doesn't ever play in baseball again, that one contract has set him up for life.
Yep.
So. I mean, good on Trevor Bauer's agent, but I still think that I mean, I do think it's a little bit different. Like the LA Dodgers are in World Series mode right now, and I think they need to spend to keep themselves there.
They do, absolutely, and I think they will because they are losing a lot of contracts, and I think that, and you know, I actually when we do our eventual NL West kind of like postseason, offseason outlook, I've been taking a look at their money. So I don't know if they're under the luxury tax or not this year.
I bet that they're doing the same shit that the Yankees are doing, man.
They have to, because I know that they've been over.
Yeah.
They have to.
They're doing the exact same crap as the Yankees. Also, Draco says, chance of the Jays getting Castillo or Gray from the Reds, and maybe a package for it. I don't think so, man. I think that the Castillo, and maybe Gray's a little bit more reasonable, but the whole Castillo thing went out the window when we got Barrios.
Yes,
that
exactly.
was the guy, you know? Yeah,
that was the guy that we had to get. A younger, he's been proving it. He's gonna get better kind of guy.
Yeah, you know, and it's like we got that, and that's what Castillo is. You know, we're not gonna get two of those guys. You know, we have one. That's gonna be our ace. We have Manoah. We have that. Now it's like, do we want to get like a pitcher on? You know, that's kind of like done it before sort of thing, and we think that's honestly a John Gray might be nice.
I mean, yeah, I would love John Gray. Actually, I would love a John Gray. I think he's referring to Sonny Gray.
Yeah, he is.
But John Gray would be perfect because like think about a rotation, right? Think about the characters on a rotation, right? You have Ryu, who we signed back. He's the veteran guy on this rotation, but like he's kind of on the decline. He's a different kind of specialist pitcher, right? And then you have Manoah, the young rookie, super cheap. You got Barrios in the middle of his career, about to get paid, all right? And then you have maybe Pearson, and then you have options to get. You have so many blends of different characters, right? And they're all not like 20 million, 20 million, 30 million, 20 million. You have to have a 20 million, maybe another 30 million or whatever. Then you have cheap, maybe medium cheap. You know, you have to have a blend because a lot of baseball is money, and that's what I didn't realize when I was first becoming a fan, is that money was a thing.
Money's a big thing.
When we didn't sign, and this tripped me out, when we didn't sign Edwin Encarnacion for 4 years, 80 million, I was like, why wouldn't you do that? We did offer him the 4 years, 80 million, but Edwin went to Cleveland, and when it didn't happen, it was upset. But in the retrospect, we got saved from a bullet because Edwin bounced around for the rest of his contract because he declined. And that's what we have to think about when we have these players who Edwin put up an amazing year, and we can't forget that could very well happen to someone like Marcus Semien, right?
Yeah.
So we can't forget about that. And same thing with the rotation. Robbie Ray.
Sad point is, it's like it is a business at the end of the day, and
yes,
we get attached to these players when we see them walk off shit and go for 8 and 9 innings of pitching and be amazing, right? It's like we get attached to them and we want them to do so well, but that's why it's got to be homegrown, baby. Those are the players. Like if I'm gonna get attached to a player, it's a homegrown player that we've had for a long period of time because I know. Like, that's who we're investing in. That's our main investment. And we will get them on long contracts. We want them here forever. Whereas, like, the other guys, like, we don't have anything. We don't have anything to you. That was a one-night stand, bro. That was a one-night stand, right? You got something. I got something.
You know what? And this is a totally different scenario, but to give George Springer some light is this is him like, okay, like I kind of want to move on from the Houston Astros phase and I want to compete. So I'm going to go and be the mentor. I'm going to be the dad in this family. So you can have a few dads, but you can't have like 30 dads.
Can't have too many dads.
Can't have too many dads right now. Who do you look to?
That's the thing, dude. You're building a family. You're building a cohesive unit.
Yes. You can't have everyone be dads.
Yeah.
And then you also like. Well, you ideally at first in the rebuild want to have everyone to be children because that's what we were, but you still want dads.
You need some dads, So it's like we were last offseason looking for daddy. And
Daddy came for $150 million.
And we fucking bought him. So.
Ryu and George are our dads.
Yeah.
And then Semien was a stepdad for a little bit. Came in and or temporary dad, but we gotta let him go because he can't be another dad.
No,
we don't need another dad.
Barrios will be the new daddy.
Barrios is like the guy going to college right now, and he's about to graduate.
Yeah.
Or
he's
about to graduate.
He's already graduated, dude. I think he's solid. He's working. You know what I mean?
He's got a good
You know?
entry-level position.
Yeah, he's working right now. And,
He still hasn't found his one yet, though. He hasn't tied down to anybody, but we want to convince him while he's here. Like, hey,
he'll be new daddy. He'll be new dad.
And
I'm happy
I
to
like
accept
that
him as
daddy
new dad
because he's young and he looks good.
Yes,
he's attractive.
Yes. I'm willing to commit myself to that dad for several years. You know, it's like
that dad I want to marry.
Wow, yeah, dude. I wonder if this is what people think about when they're picking partners.
Probably, actually, yes.
It's like, that's a good dad in a good stable position, and he's good looking, and he bangs me good. So we're gonna lock him down.
Absolutely.
Also, it is 7:32 right now. So wow, that flew by.
That did fly by. That did. I was thinking about this today. I was like, wow, like the wine on wines actually fly by sometimes.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah. That's why I want to be Pat McAfee, because he just does this times 3.
Yeah.
And that's his day.
Yeah.
Crazy,
he just
right?
gets on and chats
for 3 hours.
He just chats.
Yep.
You have some topics to cover, and like we kind of basically just covered like a crap load of topics, but they're just thrown at us.
Yep.
But like that'd be amazing. This is what happens if we get to 30K subscriber, guys. This will be
all day, every day.
And then the production value would get better. We'd have multiple cameras switching back and forth.
We're gonna have a cool new intro soon, guys.
We are.
Cool new name.
Should I tease it? Should I just they won't hear it? Should I tease it?
Oh sure, yeah.
Right.
If you have the capability, you have the capability to tease it.
I'm coming over.
We're gonna tease right now. You want to get teased, guys? Here we go. 1 second, Adam's waiting for the tease.
Gotta bring it back. Okay. Here we go. And that's all you're gonna see. And that's all you're gonna see.
Fun!
What did you think? You're like, what is that? You're about to find out. All right.
Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. But that was the Wine on Wine, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. All your viewership, you watching along. It was a lot of fun for us. I hope it was for you guys as well.
Yes.
I hope that everybody has some good weekend plans. We're going to be coming out with some podcasts this weekend. We got Should the Blue Jays Re-Sign Marcus Semien? And Should the Blue Jays Re-Sign Robbie Ray? There might be a few minute monologues in there that I've been stewing on. Maybe some shorts. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, man, we'll be going crazy.
We're going crazy, guys. Lots of stuff coming soon. Can't wait to chat with y'all on the pod and off the pod and everything. Let's go Blue Jays. Let's sign Max Scherzer. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, Jeezy says no, illegal. What's illegal, big guy? Let us know. What is illegal?
Stay on for the second 2-hour Wine on Wine.
We'd love to, man, but Adam's gonna go home and see his parents, and I am gonna go home, and I'm at home actually.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have a very chill night because I've been ill this whole week, and I'm probably gonna watch the Raptors, guys.
Ooh.
So that's gonna be super fun. So if you guys wanna watch the Raptors too, it'll be like we're watching it together.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be drinking wine here by myself.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, being legends.
Yeah. And
Go Jays, go!